Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to the Academy Answers podcast, where we answer the questions from our blog, Facebook, Instagram, LoanMotivatorCar.com, all over the web. And we speak about personal development and personal finance and becoming your best self. Our main platform is freedom by living up to your full potential, doing the work. I'll repeat that, doing the work that is necessary to uncover the gold. You know that I think the diamonds come from this rock they call, I think it was cassiterite rocks, that are about 3,000 miles underground, and they have to do all that work to get it up. And after they have gotten it up, it's not just diamond like how you see it, it's a rock, and they put it under immense pressure and heat and all type of processes to get it to be diamond. And that's the same thing with our talents. You know, people say, yeah, they can sing and they can dance and they can act and they're lucky. But if you notice some of the greats, you want to take up a Michael Jackson, who was singing since he was 13. He never made hits like Thriller until he was in his 20s. You see that obvious talent, but nobody really cares so much if you don't do something with it and show that you are serious about it. So this question today is a common question. It's a question that I can sense the frustration in, and it is, Loan, how? You talk it all the time, do this, do that, but how? And I get it. Unless you send me a chronology of your time and what you're up to and the things you're doing and all the factors and conditions in your life, I cannot give you a strict plan unless I one-on-one coach with you. But I can give you the principles that are universal. And if you ask me how, I'll direct that question right back at you. Just to let you know that the how is in your purview. The how is in your purview. You have to figure out how. And basically, you will have to sit down and look at how other people are doing it. What are the trends that are out there? What is good? What works? What strategies are happening? Now we see the big box stores are closing. I'm not sending you to go and open a brick and mortar. It's all happening online. Well, I'm not an online person. Well, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that you learn, because if you have the potential, you can learn. You were not a maths person when you go to school. You're not a walking person when you were born. You learn these things. The brain has all the natural inclinations and the ability to pick up and to carry on. If you are interested in the broader topic in and of itself, then the brain will bring everything else in your purview. You can blog it, you can social media it, you can video it, you can tweet it, you can do all sort of things out here online. You first have to figure out what the devil is happening. You must understand what is going on. How are things being done? Read autobiographies, subscribe to some channels, look at someone who has done it before and model it. I'm tired of saying it. Do not reinvent the wheel. Go in there, grab something, refashion it, rework it, add your creativity, get some results, get some feedback, and throw your entire self at it. Put some commitment in the game, my friend. Decide that you are going to go through the tough and the hard and the laborious task and work. That's the only way it's done, man. You have got to put in the work. There's no one coming. You gotta have to do it. And I'll tell you a story about what it means to do it from a banker's perspective, but I'll bring you back to that and I'll fully explain it to you and wrap it up in a nice story. I like to use stories and experiences. In one very great experience I have, but I'll take a break and take these messages from our sponsors and we'll be right back with you. Thank you for listening. Welcome back, guys. So back in the days when I was into distribution, we had a distribution company, a business partner and I, who has passed away tragically. He was, killed at his business place a couple months ago. God bless his soul. Really, really nice guy. These things are really sad and not easy to come to terms with. It comes a lot of times. I'm in reflection and I just think about it and it really hurts me to the core. We were doing this distribution company and we had maybe 3 vans that did about 3 sales route over the length and breadth of the island. and we wanted to scale it. We wanted to double that fleet and just double our stock because we were getting the demands and the orders that we couldn't keep up with. So we decided that we would leverage a loan and would go into a bank manager. Luckily, he knew this guy that he used to go to school with, that he's been banking with, and the guy was his friend. He was the manager of a financial institution, and we went in to speak to the guy, and the guy said to us, well, you know what, I'll tell you straight up, this in banking, when we're deciding whether or not to give it the loan, we look for 3 C's. First, we look for collateral. Let's say you stop doing it well or something go wrong. We want to know that we can collect our money. It's not on us. We give you the money, we expect you to pay it back. However you do it, whenever, whatever, it doesn't matter. You hold the risk in that regard. We want to take back our money, so we want collateral. The second thing is that we want cash flow, because a loan has to be serviced on an installment basis. So we have to see that cash flow coming in, and we have to know how your cash flow is going to turn, because you can make $5 million and you still don't have any cash flow coming in, because it goes right back out with your inventory and with your debt collection period and your collections and your receivables period and your payouts also. So they got to know that. And one great thing about business that you need to learn is that businesses often don't fail because they're not making profit. Businesses fail because they don't have the cash flow. So that's why you have that 15 days, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 90 days, 60 days loan period that, businesses are trying to maneuver between to keep their cash flow going steady. And the third C he said was that you have to have commitment or quote unquote skin in the game. You must have some skin in the game. So we want to know that, how dedicated are you to this? Let's see how you are spending your money. Who are the managers? How much time you're spending in the business? What is the plan? What is the marketing strategy? What are your deliverables? What are you going to do? We want to know what are you going to do to ensure that we can get back our money. So I say that to say the last C is a part of what I need to explain with regards to the how of doing it. The how is that you have to have commitment. You have to have some skin in the game if you're going to be successful. You know what people would like is for things to change and for them to remain the same. They don't really want to put any much skin in the game. They just want to carry on and come home from a 9 to 5, you chill, watch TV for 4 hours, head out to a friend's, to some lounge and go on their day off. They have 1,000 other time wasting thing to do, scroll on social media, share funny videos, keep up with their friends on Facebook and Instagram and all over, and they don't really want to do the work that is demanded for them to manifest whatever they say they desire, and the dreams they say they have and the goals they say they have. They really are not invested in their own future. And that's what I wanted to tell you, is that the how is buried in your commitment. That's one. And after you've committed to it and decide this is what I'm going to do, you have to deep dive. As Steve Harvey call it, jump. You must jump. I call it immersion. You have to be, Grant Cardone call it obsession. George Bernard Shaw call it magnificent obsession. You must be obsessed. You must be immersed in your craft. Will Smith says that talent is what you get naturally, but it doesn't go too far. Skill is what you develop from hours and hours and hours of beating on your craft. That's how you get the skill sets. So that's how it is done. No other way. The how is you have to know what's happening. What are the trends? What are working? Emulate someone. Then you got to be committed by putting some skin in the game. What are you doing with the time and money that you have? I don't care how little it is. And then you must immerse yourself in your craft. And that's how it is done. And you have to stay. You must stick it out. You must persevere until you may change the strategy, but never change goal. Believe and proceed. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. You can send me a message on Instagram at loanmotivatorcar.com, Facebook loanmotivatorcar.com, loanmotivatorcar.com, Gmail at loanmotivatorcar@gmail.com. Thank you, guys. Always a pleasure. Looking forward to talking to you. See you on my next podcast.
You need to appreciate every moment. A lot of people don't appreciate their moment until it's past.